Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to check out tonight something called the Naughty Stewardesses from the 2-disc collection here, the Stewardess thing. Let's check it out. And meet our naughty stewardesses. That's Margie on the far right.
Have you girls ever tried doing it standing up? No, you're kidding. Did you do it? Ask Mike. I had him standing on his toes.
Here's a pilot flirting with one of our naughty stewardesses.
You've got quite a head yourself. But I still don't believe it can be done standing up.
Which leads to a makeout session, to prove that you can have sex while standing up. And here's Debbie.
Hi, I'm Debbie Stewart. I guess we'll be rooming together.
She's moving in with the stewardesses.
Come on in.
I guess she's a stewardess herself.
Welcome to our little nest. It isn't much, but we call it home. Debbie, meet Barbara.
I've never seen that done before. Oh, it's nothing new.
These girls are so close that they help each other shave their nether regions.
Men love it.
It's really freaky. Does look clean.
Here's a big birthday party featuring a guy covered with icing. A couple of the ladies decide to go to Vegas. This guy's not feeling well on the airplane. Thankfully, old cowboy actor Robert Livingston is there to save the day. Plays a guy named Brewster. And he rescues the guy, saves him.
Do you mind me asking what kind of work you do that keeps you so alert?
Well, now, in the first place, the name is Ben. In the second place, pleasure is my word. And having cocktails with a pretty young girl is my specialty.
Well, he manages to get Debbie home to his house, but it turns out he has another girl upstairs in bed already. So he has to take turns.
Sorry, Debbie. First the plumbing went haywire and the dog gave me trouble. It's rough when no one's here. I have to do all the servicing myself.
The guy on the right is a wannabe photographer named Cal. Where one of the stewardesses met Debbie again. And he just got punched out by a black guy.
Me?
He asks if she'll pose for him.
You try?
Of course.
Yeah, it might be fun.
She asks if she should pose nude, and he initially declines, but come on. They kind of dig each other.
You are the most gorgeous and alluring woman that I have ever dreamed about.
They're attending a swinging party. The guy on the left needs someone to film things.
Same old thing, man. Balling. This is hardcore. Don't give me any arty bullshit.
Just like that? I mean, you don't want to do something better?
Look, we've been shooting pornos now for 2 years. When we're done, put the film in the can, we get paid, that's it.
There's not that
Cal
much
agrees to shoot the
chance,
porn.
and I don't know why you feel this way.
And he and Debbie also are arguing.
You were bare-assed at my place. That says a lot, okay?
That doesn't say a damn thing. And I don't know what's in your head, but man, you come on in a strange way. And I think there's something wrong with you.
Debbie drowns her sorrows in the bed of old man Brewster.
I think she's a hell of a nice kid.
Later on,
Somehow I picture you as the kind of a man
Marge kind of flirts with him too.
well, enjoys a more adventurous kind of girl.
Well, it all depends on the situation. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But different types interest me.
He gets Margie to his house too.
See, life to me is just one big orgasm. Getting stronger and stronger, and I guess that's why I meet so many men.
Bitch too?
Cal and Debbie still arguing.
Well, look. I want you to get something straight. You haven't heard the last of me. Not by a long shot. This isn't the end of it.
Cal shoots the porn, but
How old is it?
seems like he's having some sort of moral dilemma also.
Hey, Cal, I've got feelings too, you know.
Feelings are great if you have that.
I think there's something wrong with you.
Cats, man. As freaky as I am.
Brewster has made a sex chair.
Hey, wanna try it?
We'd better test it first.
Not sure exactly what they're doing here, but they do find a way to use it. Even though they're clothed. This guy named Ev manages to bring 3 of the ladies
What are you doing here?
to where Cal is.
I'm not waiting for a bus.
Hey, what's happening here?
You're being kidnapped, ladies.
Business, baby. Sorry. Yeah.
They decide to use Debbie as ransom to get money from Brewster.
Ben Brewster, listen and listen carefully. We have your girlfriend Debbie here and 2 other stewardesses.
Well, they can have the money.
Brewster and Marge are going to go rescue them.
See those bastards get away with it.
Hey, wait for me, I'm coming with you.
Cal has gone
Told me
crazy.
in the hospital that I had a chance. Don't you see? You're my chance.
What does this have to do with me?
At one point, Debbie is able to make a break for it, though. She actually doesn't get very far, though, before Ev tracks her down. And Cal says enough is enough, we're done. Ev doesn't want to give up, so they get into a fight. And meanwhile, Brewster's waiting with a shotgun. Cal kills Ev with a
It's
knife.
gonna be all right.
And Brewster takes out Cal. And that's basically how our movie ends. Alright, let's talk about this movie here. The Naughty Stewardesses. It comes on this DVD here which says Blazing Stewardesses on it, but you'll notice it's also a limited 2-disc 30th anniversary edition. There's 2 movies on here. The Naughty Stewardesses came first, that's why I decided to watch that one first, and then the Blazing Stewardesses followed a year later. I'm not sure if they were a specific sequel or not, because I think IMDb doesn't list them as a sequel, but they are directed by the same people and star some of the same actors. I don't know, so there you go. Anyway, Naughty Stewardesses is a movie that I taped on a VHS tape, late 80s, early 90s. It was on on cable, had it on EP speed tape, and eventually years later I tracked it down again on a pre-recorded VHS tape under the title Fresh Air. Now I have it on DVD. We have kind of in the vein of like the Nurses movies. There's just this time, instead of nurses being naked, we have stewardesses, and it's various love scenes between the various stewardesses and the people they meet. It's not as serious, I guess you could say, as the Nurse movies. It was more comic in tone. However, it did have some very serious stuff going on, especially at the end there. We had a kidnapping. We had this weird guy, Cal, who was a would-be photographer / pornograph filmer, and for whatever reason he decides to kidnap that chick Debbie, who he kind of had a thing with for a little bit, and I don't know what was going on with that, why he decided to do that, but he did. And then of course at the end there's a big fight, and he ends up getting shot by that old guy Brewster. Incidentally, that guy Brewster was played by an old actor by the name of Bob Livingston. I think he was a silent film actor as well as just an old Western actor. Did a lot of stuff. He'd been retired for like 18 years, and he dragged him out of retirement just to do these 2 movies, and then he didn't do anything else the rest of his life either. So from 1958 through his death in 1988, he did 2 films, stewardess movies. There you go. So anyway, overall, yeah, the film is what it is. It's actually kind of long for a film like this. Usually these movies are like an hour and 20 minutes. This one is an hour and 43. Pretty long, but you know what? I can't say I was ever bored with this movie. It kind of rolled along just fine, and it was entertaining enough. It wasn't boring. It just kept your interest. So I'm going to recommend this movie because it actually isn't bad. I mean, it's not a Oscar-worthy type thing. It's garbage, but it's entertaining garbage. It kept me going. So anyway, check this movie out. It's called The Naughty Stewardesses, aka Fresh Air, and it's got several nude scenes in it. No full frontal stuff, just a lot of boobs and butts in this movie. Yeah, good looking ladies too. So check it out, Naughty Stewardesses. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. Before I go, you can get this DVD. It is available on eBay from time to time. I think it's out of print, but it usually runs for like $40 or so. It's not cheap. Maybe $30 if you're lucky. I happen to get extremely lucky, and somebody listed it for $5.99. Buy it now. I bought it. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Naughty Stewardesses. Leave some comments down below.